Have you ever felt like your biggest obstacle is you? You set a goal, craft a plan, and for a brief moment, you're convinced this time will be different. But then life happens. A distraction here, a temptation there. Before you know it, you're back where you started, frustrated and wondering if true discipline is something you'll ever master. That feeling, it's real, and you're not alone. But here's the truth. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's not about forcing yourself to work harder every single day or punishing yourself when you slip up. True discipline is about understanding yourself, your strengths, your fears, your habits, and aligning them with what truly matters to you. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics believed that discipline isn't a restriction, it's liberation. It's the ability to act with intention, no matter the chaos surrounding you. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover 9 powerful Stoic principles that will transform the way you think about discipline. These aren't just quick hacks or motivational buzzwords. These are timeless lessons that have shaped warriors, philosophers, and leaders for centuries. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on more life-changing content like this. Now let's begin. Chapter 1. Understand your why. Why do you want to be disciplined? Most people skip this question. Instead, they rush into the how. Setting routines, downloading productivity apps, or reading the latest self-help book. But without a clear why, discipline becomes a meaningless grind. It turns into an exhausting cycle of willpower that eventually burns out. The truth is, you can't build discipline around nothing. You need a purpose, something that keeps you going even when motivation fades. The Stoics called this telos, your ultimate purpose. Take Marcus Aurelius, for example. He didn't write meditations because it was trendy, or because someone told him to. He did it because he was committed to living by his core values: courage, wisdom, self-control, and justice. For him, discipline wasn't about checking off a to-do list. It was about becoming the kind of person who could face life's storms with strength and grace. Without a deeper reason, discipline feels hollow, like a ship lost at sea, drifting aimlessly without a destination. Now, picture that ship. The waves are relentless, the winds unpredictable. A captain without a clear destination wastes time, energy, and resources, going in circles with no end in sight. Your life works the same way. If you don't know where you're heading, if you don't know what truly matters to you, how can you expect to stay disciplined when things get tough? This is why understanding your why is the foundation of true discipline. It's not enough to say, "I want to be successful," or "I need to lose weight." Those are surface-level goals. Dig deeper. What does success really mean to you? Why does it matter? Maybe it's about providing security for your family. Maybe it's about proving to yourself that you're capable of more. Maybe it's about prioritizing your health so you can be there for the people you love. Whatever it is, it needs to matter more than the discomfort of discipline. Here's an exercise. Grab a notebook and write down your core values. What principles guide you? What kind of person do you want to become? Then list your long-term goals, but be specific. Instead of get in shape, write run a 10K by the end of the year to become stronger and healthier. Instead of save money, write build an emergency fund to create stability for my family. The more clarity you have, the easier it becomes to align your actions with your purpose. Discipline without purpose is exhausting, but discipline fueled by a strong why, that's unstoppable. Chapter 2. Master the art of delayed gratification. The hardest battles, they happen in silence. They take place in those everyday moments when you have a choice. Chase instant pleasure or hold out for something greater. It's tempting to scroll your phone instead of working on your goals, to eat junk food instead of preparing a healthy meal, to spend money now instead of saving for the future. These small decisions may seem insignificant, but over time, they add up. They either shape you into someone disciplined and strong, or they keep you stuck in the same frustrating cycle. The Stoics believed that resisting instant gratification wasn't about suffering. It was about finding inner peace. When you stop chasing fleeting pleasures, you free yourself from their hold. You stop letting outside temptations control your actions, and instead, you build the mental strength to focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Think of discipline like planting a tree. When you plant the seed, there's no immediate reward. The soil looks the same. The seed is buried. Nothing seems to change. But day by day, as you water it and tend to it, the roots grow stronger. And eventually, that tiny seed transforms into something powerful. Delayed gratification works the same way. Every choice to wait, to resist, to prioritize long-term growth is like watering the seed of your future success. So, how do you start? You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Instead, try micro-delays. The next time you crave a snack, wait 5 minutes before eating it. Before checking your phone, finish one task first. If you feel tempted to quit, take a deep breath and push forward for just a little longer. These small acts train your mind to pause, reflect, and choose growth over impulse. Over time, they become second nature. Discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about learning to wait for what truly matters. Because the best things in life, they take time to grow. Chapter 3. Embrace discomfort. Discipline doesn't grow in comfort. It thrives in the moments when you willingly step into the hard, the uncertain, the uncomfortable. We've been conditioned to seek ease, air conditioning on hot days, instant food when we're hungry, distractions at the first sign of boredom. But the more you avoid discomfort, the weaker your resilience becomes. And resilience, that's the backbone of discipline. The Stoics knew this well. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, practiced voluntary discomfort, eating simple meals, wearing rough clothing, and exposing himself to hardship. Why? Because he believed that when you can willingly endure discomfort, you gain power over your fears. You realize that most things you dread aren't as bad as they seem. Life is like a blacksmith's forge. A piece of raw metal isn't strong on its own. It has to be heated, hammered, and shaped before it becomes a powerful blade. The same goes for you. Every time you step into discomfort, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, you're refining yourself. Discomfort isn't your enemy. It's the fire that forges your strength. And once you embrace it, you become unshakable. Chapter 4. The Power of Small Habits. Discipline isn't about making a single dramatic change. It's not about taking a giant leap or achieving an overnight transformation. True discipline is built through small, steady steps, tiny actions that might seem insignificant at first, but over time, shape the person you become. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus reminded us to focus on what's within our control, not to chase perfection. He said, progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. The goal isn't to be flawless, it's to keep moving forward, one deliberate choice at a time. When people struggle with discipline, it's often because they think they need to make a massive change all at once. But trying to overhaul your entire life overnight is overwhelming and unsustainable. The secret: start small. Think about a drop of water hitting a rock. On its own, it seems weak, too small to make a difference. But over time, those tiny drops carve through solid stone, reshaping it completely. Habits work the same way. Each small action, each drop, might seem trivial in the moment, but when repeated consistently, it builds momentum. It creates lasting change. The key to building discipline: start small. Instead of setting unrealistic goals, commit to something so small that it's nearly impossible to fail. If you want to start writing daily, begin with just 2 minutes of journaling. Not an hour, not even 15 minutes. Just 2. If you want to exercise, start with 5 push-ups or a short walk around the block. If you want to wake up earlier, set your alarm just 5 minutes earlier than usual. The goal isn't to do something monumental right away. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can show up. Once that habit feels natural, build on it. 2 minutes of journaling might turn into 10. A short walk could lead to running a mile. 5 push-ups become a full workout. This is how discipline grows, not through sudden dramatic changes, but through small, consistent actions that align with your values. On the days when you feel like your efforts aren't making a difference, remember the water and the rock. Change is happening, even if you can't see it yet. The Stoics didn't chase perfection, and neither should you. Instead, focus on progress, on doing what's within your power today, no matter how small. Each habit you build is a step toward the person you want to become. And when you string together enough of those steps, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. That's the quiet, steady power of discipline. Chapter 5. Detach from outcomes. Focus on the process. True discipline isn't about what you achieve. It's about showing up again and again, regardless of the results. In a world that constantly measures success by external milestones, hitting a fitness goal, getting a promotion, gaining recognition, it's easy to tie your discipline to outcomes. But when you focus only on results, you give up control. And when those results don't come as quickly as you hoped, frustration, doubt, and burnout take over. The Stoics had a better way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For the Stoics, the process mattered far more than the result. You can't always control the outcome of your efforts, but you can control the effort itself. Did you put in the work? Did you stay consistent? That's where your focus should be. Discipline isn't a guarantee of success. It's a commitment to the process, regardless of what happens next. Think about modern challenges like fitness or career growth. It's easy to obsess over the number on a scale or the size of your paycheck. But those outcomes are often influenced by factors outside your control: genetics, market conditions, timing. If you measure your discipline by external markers, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Instead, shift your attention to the process. Did you stick to your workout plan? Did you give your best effort at work today? These are the questions that matter. Start by tracking effort, not just results. If you're working toward a fitness goal, create a habit tracker where you check off each day you complete a workout or prepare a healthy meal. If you're growing your career, keep a journal of the steps you're taking, the skills you're learning, the hours you're putting in. Celebrate the process, not just the results. When you detach from outcomes, you free yourself from the pressure to perform. You stop seeing setbacks as failures and start viewing them as part of the journey. Every step becomes valuable, not because of where it leads, but because of what it builds within you. Resilience, consistency, strength. The world tells you that success is measured by what you achieve. But the Stoics knew better. Success is measured by how you live, by the choices you make, by the effort you give, by the discipline you build along the way. Let go of the outcomes, focus on the process. That's where the real growth happens. Chapter 8. The Power of People. Surround yourself with discipline. Discipline isn't developed in isolation. It's shaped by the people around you. Whether we realize it or not, the habits, attitudes, and values of those we spend time with influence our own. There's an old saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is especially true when it comes to discipline. If you want to strengthen your own discipline, you need to surround yourself with those who embody it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized the importance of choosing our company wisely. He said, if you wish to be a writer, associate with writers. If you wish to be a philosopher, associate with philosophers. The idea is simple. You become like those you spend time with. If your circle consists of people who lack self-control, who give in to distractions, or who avoid responsibility, their habits will seep into your own. But when you surround yourself with disciplined, focused individuals, their behaviors, standards, and mindset will naturally influence you in positive ways. Who are you surrounded by? Take a moment to think about your social environment. Are the people in your life helping you stay accountable to your goals? Do they push you to be better? Or do they pull you away from the discipline you're trying to build? If your friends or colleagues don't align with your values, if they encourage bad habits, or if they don't respect your growth, it may be time to reassess your inner circle. Discipline is contagious. If you want to strengthen yours, you need to be intentional about the people you allow into your space. This doesn't just mean cutting out negative influences. It also means actively seeking out people who inspire you to rise. If you're focused on fitness, find a workout group or an online community that shares your commitment to health. If you're working on personal development, connect with individuals who prioritize growth, consistency, and mental toughness. When you immerse yourself in a community that values discipline, you don't just gain inspiration, you gain accountability. Being surrounded by others who are striving towards similar goals makes it harder to fall off track. Their commitment to their own journey reinforces your commitment to yours. And when challenges arise, or when self-doubt creeps in, these disciplined individuals can offer guidance, support, and the occasional push to keep going. Remember this: discipline is a practice, and it's easier to stay disciplined when you're in an environment that encourages it. So take a close look at your social circle. Are you surrounded by people who challenge you, encourage you, and hold you accountable? Or are you being influenced by habits that undermine your goals? If it's the latter, It's time to seek out those who embody the discipline you want to develop. Because the people around you don't just influence your discipline, they define it. Chapter 9. Practice gratitude and celebrate wins. Discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do hard things. It's also about finding joy in the process and celebrating the small victories along the way. Too often, we get caught up in the next big goal, fixated on what's still left to achieve. But true discipline isn't about reaching an endpoint. It's about embracing the journey, acknowledging your progress, and finding gratitude in every step forward. The Stoic practice of gratitude. The Stoics understood the power of gratitude. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the importance of recognizing the abundance in life, even in the face of hardship. He wrote, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." This simple practice, focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, can shift your perspective in profound ways. When you practice gratitude, you move from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. And that shift strengthens your discipline. Because instead of focusing on what's missing, you focus on what's working. Gratitude fuels discipline. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a tool that supports your discipline. When you acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, you reinforce the behaviors that got you there. Every step forward deserves recognition. Discipline thrives when you celebrate the effort, not just the result. If you focus only on what you haven't accomplished yet, you risk burnout. But when you celebrate what you have done, you build momentum, boost your motivation, and increase your capacity to stay disciplined. Celebrate small wins. Did you stick to your workout routine this week? Did you manage to work on your project, even when distractions were tempting? That's progress, and it deserves to be acknowledged. The more you celebrate, the more you reinforce the positive habits that keep you moving forward. By shifting your focus from what's lacking to what's been achieved, you build a foundation of positive reinforcement, one that keeps discipline alive and thriving. Make gratitude a daily habit. To make this a part of your routine, try ending your day with a gratitude reflection. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Acknowledge one small win from the day. Take a moment to appreciate your progress. These don't have to be grand gestures. Sometimes, gratitude is as simple as being thankful for a productive day, appreciating a moment of clarity, learning a valuable lesson from a challenge. When you close each day with gratitude, you end on a positive note, shifting your focus away from what you didn't accomplish and towards what you did. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's an essential part of maintaining discipline. It nurtures your spirit. It reinforces your commitment to your goals. And it reminds you that every small step is part of the bigger picture. Final thoughts. Discipline is a lifelong practice. As we've explored together, building unshakable discipline isn't about following a rigid routine. It's about embracing a mindset, one that supports growth, consistency, and resilience. From understanding your why and mastering delayed gratification, to surrounding yourself with disciplined people and practicing gratitude, each of these principles plays a critical role in helping you stay on course. Discipline is like a muscle, and just like any muscle, it requires constant care, reflection, and adaptation to grow stronger. If you found this video helpful and empowering, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insights on personal growth, Stoicism, and building a disciplined life. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And most importantly, keep going, keep growing, and keep practicing your discipline. It's worth every effort.